There's a theme that runs through my life, it seems. Other vegetables that we all know and love. God, this is really easy. You know, what's the problem here? Studio E was fantastic because, I mean, it was a great space. I really like the solo show just because it really gives me a chance to explore things. I had something to focus on for 6 months, and, you know, I had a bunch of work that I wanted to expand on. For some reason, I've always thought of a head rolling through a landscape to the tune of Rolling and Tumbling.
I roll and I tumble, tried the whole night long.
And I managed to actually make it. The show is one piece, it was made up of about 11 different pieces that were also made up of smaller pieces. So you could go in and, you know, there would be like an imaginary melon field, but there would be a melon referencing in another piece across the room. The big drawing, of course, were these drawings that were kind of random, and it was 2 drawings that were put together. And this was the thing, the idea was to explore the idea of narrative. And I've had people come up and go, oh, I've got the story. I think I know what the story is. And I'm like, excellent. I love hearing what people have to say about things. It's like, you know, all the elements are there. They've concocted the story. It's fantastic. With imaginary characters, you could do whatever you want with them. It's more, not so much characters, I think, with my work as sort of objects that sort of, you know, go through these transitions. So there's like things that show up a lot, like bricks and banana skins, bombs, especially those little cartoon anarchist bombs that I seem to be so fond of. But so, as it turns out, are sardines. And voila, a sardine. And that's a thick line. Little wash, little finer detail, and there you go. I don't know if I get bored. I mean, there's always something different to do. I mean, that's why I like monkeying about with all sorts of different things. I mean, the animation is certainly a diversion. It involves like a lot of hands-on, but it also, you know, uses a lot of, sort of computer work as well. I mean, you know, using editing suites and stuff. It's very silly. It explodes and it doesn't matter who's holding it. Everybody's dead. You know, I've got 25 recipe cards done. I'd like to do another 25 of those, and I'd like to sort of think about, you know, making it a book of some kind. And so that's, you know, evening work with watercolors would be fantastic. I'll have to make my epic Ukraine animated film. So yeah, there's projects. I've got to paint other bits of wood to look like wood as well. So people, you know, often ask, like, you know, so were you a painter or a sculptor, or, you know, and, you know, I don't think those things actually exist anymore. And so artist now, I think, is the proper term, rather than painter, sculptor, illustrator. It's, you're just an artist, and you're making stuff.